What we got here today is a generic hugger ceiling fan. Exactly what brand this thing is, I honestly have no idea. I believe the fan is manufactured by Halsey. The fan dates to 1988. It is a 3-speed electrically reversible fan. Pretty much everything you see on the fan is original. That's what came on the fan when I got it. Show you the light. Fan blades are stencil, oak stencil, reversible to plain oak on the other side. Nothing really much else to say about it, so let's go ahead and start it up. So like I said, I have absolutely no idea who would have sold this thing, what brand this thing was under. I mean, like I said, my guess of being a Halsey product is the switch housing design is a pretty telltale sign of a Halsey fan. They like to do that style of switch housing where the whole switch housing comes off and it just has a top plate and has a Molex connector within. You can easily unplug the switch housing to remove it, which was a pretty common trait from Halsey, like I said. But like I said, that doesn't mean that Halsey branded and sold the fan under their own name. It likely was sold under a different brand. Like I said, I don't know. Millions and millions of freaking people copied and sold this design in the 80s. Low speed's pretty average. This is a pretty average performer, to say the least. Medium speed. Here's high speed. High speed, we're moving a not too bad amount of air. Blade pitch is around 12 degrees thereabouts. The 12 degrees. So we're spinning around 180, maybe 185 RPM here on high. So not terrible. Go ahead and launch a coast. I've always been a big fan of hugger fans in this design. And this particular fan here is the reason why I'm such a big fan of hugger fans of this design. This is another big childhood fan of mine. And this is the exact childhood fan of mine that this fan was installed in the dining room of my other grandmother's house. The all-around lighted housing was installed in the dining room of my grandmother's house on my mom's side. This was installed in the dining room of my grandmother's house on my dad's side of the family. So, yeah, I was able to get a hold of the fan, long story short, and here it is. So, not a whole lot of collectors can say they got their actual childhood fans. So I'm pretty lucky, if I say so myself. Even though it's nothing real special, but it will always hold a dear place in my collection here. It's because it's the fan that pretty much started my interest of fans. I've always wanted to get a hold of one of these hugger designs. And ever since I started collecting. And I passed a lot of them up today, like I said, they're real generic, but I'm always like seeing them. Probably one of my favorite design ceiling fans of all time. Especially with stencil blades like this. And there you go, folks. There's the 52-inch Halsey made, potentially unbranded Hugger ceiling fan from 1988. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll be seeing you next time.